Yo, shalom, shalom. I know I'm on here. I don't see a lot of people on here, but we'll wait. We'll wait it out. We'll wait it out. I got some views, some eyes. I'm gonna play a couple songs. Play a couple songs, man. I'll wait for some people to get up in here. Yo, shalom, 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 shalom. Hey, Jamie, how you doing, sister? How you doing? Let me close my door because the Most High is making it rain. Talking about climate change, and he's making it rain. All right. Yeah, man. But that's just I just have an interesting scripture that I stumbled upon, and you know, but there is a change though. Climate change is almost like it's like what I like to call like there's a change going on. The temperature in the room is changing, right? We got we got the reparations talk that's not going away. We sticking it to these politicians with the climate change. I mean, with the reparations. You got honestly, brothers was from. I mean, shout out to you know Houston. I know brothers was in Houston. I mean, it's hot as heck down there. You know, and we're the people of the sun anyway. So it shouldn't really. We shouldn't really be complaining. And if we do complain, we're just embarrassed because we could take it. Because if our ancestors could work 14, 15 hours in the sun during slavery, then of course we could take it, going out 2, 3 hours doing whatever we got to do. But they can't. Honestly, I had seen an Edomite huffing and puffing in her car. Like it was killing her. Like this sun is out here killing people. You understand? Um, but I'll wait for a couple more though. I'll wait for a couple more. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? How's everybody's week going? Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me real quick. Yeah, man. Got the camel on. We going to war tonight. Got a little class. A little class, man. Just a little bit. Wait for some more eyes to come on. Put a one. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll wait for some more eyes to come on. Yeah, because I like to kind of take bits and pieces of what I see out there in the world, out there in internet, and I kind of like to put the classes together. So it's going to be a culmination of what I had seen this week and what's going on and what we're experiencing, right? But being we got melanin, that sun should do nothing but good for us. You understand? We should be out there enjoying it because you know who's not enjoying it? Esau. Right, man. They over here huffing and puffing. All right. Whoo! Yeah, that's gonna be your judgment. You know, it's warming up on you. The earth is mad at you. The sun is mad at you. The sun's gonna judge you. Right? Sometimes the prophecies that start in the heavens first, and then it trickles down on earth. Why not the sun's rays? So we'll grab Malachi 4 real quick. We'll grab that. We'll talk about Amalek. What's going on in Israel? That's a real climate change right there. That climate has totally changed. Love the vitamin D. And that they were saying that like the vaccine, as far as that whole COVID thing, they were saying like, man, go outside, get some vitamin D. You know, I was just reading about our people in slavery being real good with roots, you know, and healing people better than the white doctors, you know. Uh, the doctors that were Esau, the white doctors, if you had a problem, they'd cut it off. If you had a leg problem, they cut off your leg. Hand, cut off the hand. Don't say you got a headache, they'll cut off your dang head. You understand? But that's why people went to us to get the healing. We have a tremendous history, man. A tremendous history. Even like it dates back even before we even came here, you know. So my thing is like with the Kemets, with the Egyptian people that want to big up Kemet and Egypt, I think that you're doing the Americans, the black Americans, the so-called Israelites that came on slave ships, you're doing them a disservice. You're doing Nat Turner a disservice. You're doing the sister Julia Brown from Louisiana a disservice. You're doing a lot of brothers and sisters a disservice in this thing because you skipping right over what happened here and you going over to a whole nother people, you know, and claiming this so-called glory when you truly don't know if you were in rulership. You know, the only people that we had really that we could claim was in rulership from Israel was Joseph and Moses in Egypt. You understand? Because remember, Moses was adopted by royalty, and Joseph came into power. You know, he went from the jail cell to being over all of Egypt because of how he told those prophecies to the king of Egypt or to the Pharaoh. You know, so we do a disservice leaving out our legacy here, man. We got a great legacy here. And that's, you know, I don't have a problem with Kemet. I just, or the conscious community, if you, whatever you might call it, but they're leaving out a lot of history that our people were doing here, right? Frederick Douglass, you know, he went and he got like a root from somebody, and he said the brother had said they gave him this root or this plant that if you put this on you, then no white man will beat you again. You understand? And then after that, after he whooped his slave masters behind, he rose to prominence. And now some of our brothers, we actually quote Frederick Douglass when it comes to that 4th of July doctrine and how we were still slaves. You understand? So our people were great people. You know, we have to reach back in history. The Bible and these scriptures are history. Right? I got the all black joint, you know, AOC style, but it's just got our history up in it, you know. But if you want to hide something from our people, you got to put it in a book. But about today is you don't got to get it from a book. You can get it online. There's resources online, right? I know our attention span is little, but you know, wait for I mean if we only got 5, we only got 5, and that's cool. I'll play a little video before we get started, but I just want to get that climate warmed a little bit, right? But yeah, man, things are changing. They're changing every day. They're changing every week, month to month, year to year. Um, you know, what can we say? I mean, more heathen are coming on board. They know who we are. You know, um, they can't hide their history. that they did to us during slavery, even though they tried to suppress it and hide it. Um, it's definitely going to come out sooner or later, and we're just gonna keep on pushing out this word, and hopefully a remnant will awaken, and this thing can come through. And this thing can come through, man. The prophecies can happen, and everything that's got to happen can happen, you know. We just got to stay on our toes, man, and stay 10 toes down in this thing and not change and not waver and to be strong like our ancestors, man. You know, we just got to be strong, man. I was doing heavy binging on our ancestors that were in slavery, man. They were a strong people, man. They were a strong people, man. They was cursing that white man and everything. Plantation owners was dropping dead and everything. And it wasn't no voodoo. It wasn't no voodoo at all. Something a little bit different. But anyway, that'll be for another class. I got to expound on that. I'm out of my depth with that. But we got a tremendous history. This Bible is history. Malachi is going to show you something that's a little bit more deeper. I ain't going to get into it all the way, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of theming this summer, right? I like a hot summer. You know, I live in Chicago, so we don't really get this too much. You know, I need this thing to just be beaming hot. You know, in October, November, December, January, and February, please bring it on. Okay. Because what irritates me most about these heathen is that they have their windows rolled up year round. When it's hot, they have the air conditioning, and when it's cold, they have the heat. I'm like, do these people ever roll their windows down? Like, dang, I bet you their radiators got to be flush. It's 100. Yeah, it was like 91. It was like 91 today. I went out to the pool for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. When as soon as I see a clear sky, and at 12 o'clock, the sun's at its highest peak. So around like 12:23, I was out there, and because I was a little bit tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a little bit tired today at the plantation. So I went outside, looked up, got my little energy, looked up again, got some more, kind of recharged myself, and I walked back inside and I tried to just labor through the day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and do you know why the people be like, they'd be like, oh man, it's hot. Our people be like, oh, it's so hot. They just be capping. They love it. They just want to complain to make them feel like, you know, like the rest of people. But we're not like the rest of these people. You know what I'm saying? We're not like the rest of them. We're a little bit different. We're children of the light. We're children of the sun, and it works for us. You understand? Yeah, and they try to get them little tans, and they jump in the water. And oh my God, I went on this little company dinner yesterday, and this female was talking about how she don't like the sun, and she don't like summertime. She want to go out during the wintertime. She want to hike and go in the mountains and everything. And I was just like, Esau. Oh my goodness. But I just kept my mouth closed and was smiling, But that's how you know. That's exactly how you know. You got a nice little tan. Yeah, I got to get my little tan on. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm tired of people calling me yellow. They be calling me yellow. I ain't yellow. Come on, man. But that's that down south stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna come back. We got a little bit of eyes on. I'm gonna come back, play a little video real quick. play a little video real quick, and then we'll get into it, man. Let's have fun tonight. It's Friday night. You know what I'm saying? SDG, what's going on, sister? What's going on? This is Shalom, a big Shalom, a lovely Shalom to you. I hope everything is good with you and your family. May the Most High bless you and keep you forever and ever. Amen. So let's get into it. I'm going to play a little video. Shout out to the brothers in Memphis doing a thing. And I'll be right back. Put a one in the chat if you can hear. Make sure. Put a one in the chat. You get it.
Stand up and fight for what's right. 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 Cowards will not enter in the kingdom. If you wicked and you weak, we don't need them. Nah. Drunkards will not enter in the kingdom. Nah. Gotta be sober, gotta be vigilant, gotta be a leader. Warmongers will not enter in the kingdom. Nah. Can't be driven by lust with temptation on us. Idol worshippers won't enter in the kingdom. You know we only serve Yah. Every idol must die. You gon' let them hang you. You gon' let them beat you. Nah, with the ruach, they cannot defeat you. You gon' let them whip you. You gon' let them shoot you. Nah, with the ruach, there's something they can't get used to. Keep feeding that beast and it's gon' eat you. Keep feeding that beast and it's gon' eat you. Rip off his head and let it bleed. It's what you need to do. Let's fight. Stand up and fight for what's right. 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 Took the chains off of Miss Raheem. I'm gonna let it beam. Got the light, I'ma let it shine. It's gonna make them blind. At the dark, headed to the light in a new direction. Turn to serve, y'all receive your blessings. Come up out that sin, stop that flexing. Repent, but first start confessing. This is spiritual warfare. Gotta have your armor on. Gotta be girded up again, cause it's time to get it on. Can't be living in no fear, cause big gon' lead you wrong. Samson killed 1,000 with a bone. Caleb had a spirit that was strong. The Maccabees fought for their home. Time to get it on. Abraham went and saved Lot and brought everything that he owned home. Bring it on home. Moses stood face to face with Pharaoh in his face and told him to let my people go. It's a fight for sure. Stand up and fight for what's right. 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 Fight.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. It's Friday night. We gotta play some music, man. We gotta play some music. This is my
We always in a battle, Israel.
You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta stay girded about with spirit and truth.
Yeah.
The spiritual armor on. Like Joshua, chapter 1, verse 5 reads, there shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Verse 6, be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Fight.
That's right. Hey, I'm gonna give you the class when I can. You feel me? And that's what it is.
2 stories from.
And that's what it is. That's my brother right there from Memphis. Let me cut that out. Yeah, I like that. Let's get it. Okay. But yeah, man, every time, man, anytime I can, you feel me? Um, Still suffering from this little tennis elbow. So I've been kind of laboring a little bit. Getting older is kind of weak, I ain't gonna lie to you. But the Most High don't quit on me, so I'm not gonna quit on him. Right? So these classes gotta go out. And so it's my pleasure. It's definitely my pleasure. Um, so Salakia for the absence last week, but we gonna keep it rocking as much as I can keep it rocking. And that's what it is. So we got 12 eyes on it, man. Shalom, everybody. You could be here anywhere in the world, but you hear a little old me. Brother Ariel might join us tonight, but we'll see what happens. But let's proceed with it, man. We 20 minutes in. We was talking about the sun. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it, man. I'm going to be sharing from my screen tonight. But if you got the King James, you can follow along, man. You can follow along. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's see where we at. What is Nick Pereira? We have a suspected racist white supremacist on. He's talking about, what are you talking about? What is this? What do we have here, family? Eyes purple crying. Eyes purple crying. Are you trying to do emojis? Are you trying to do emojis? Do you know how to do the emojis? Or do black people have to tell you how to and then you steal it? And then you claim the crying emojis, the purple crying. And that's how y'all people are. You know, we invent something and you take something. Ibuprofen was a plant before it became a drug. And our people made that. It was a painkiller. Credit the Rockefellers, right? Hey, and don't take too much of that pain medicine too, because these devils, you know, they be taking that, they be getting cancer from it. So, you know, but we have a so-called white supremacist on Nick Pereira or Pereira. It could be Puerto Rican, but I don't trust anybody named Nick. So please send the emojis. If you have an iPhone 1, sir, you gotta update your phone. You gotta update your phone. I mean, you can't let the blacks not out update you. You know, like what is your Facebook looking like? But anyway, we'll have fun with the white supremacists tonight too as well. But that goes to show you that they're slow. They're very slow. Block party, indeed. You could block. You could block. I want to see how slow he is, so you could definitely block. Hopefully he's still listening so we can get this word out. Hopefully he's a so-called Spanish Jew or whatever he tries to claim. But anyway. But like, man, these people are stupid, man. They got trolls out here. They trolling. And let them troll. They ain't got nothing better else to do, man. We are those people. We are those people. Without us, they ain't got nothing. We're the salt of the earth, like in the book of Matthew say. So that's what Christ says. They ain't got no flavor. Purple crying eyes emoji. You gonna be my guy. You ain't gonna the crying is gonna be the least. You gonna be gnashing teeth. That's what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be weeping and gnashing your teeth when them bombs drop. So you better get all that in order with your little transsexual ass. That pussy gonna be burnt up. Oh, hey, Ashar Shabbat, fam. Ashar Shabbat. We got trolls up in here. I just gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. But anyway, man, climate change, right? This is just the part one. So let's read on. Let's read on. Let's read on. So this is Malachi chapter 4. Before I begin, that's why you got to read the Bible slow. That's why the Most High kind of comes to you a little bit, gives you those key words. Maybe you find it in somebody else's platform, but information is free, it's shareable, right? But when you read it slow, you find out, dang, this is relevant to the time. So let's read it. This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Right? And so I mean, we're burning like an oven right now, but me and you ain't burning. But I know these our enemies are, right? And the day shall cometh, and the day, future prophecy, and the day, it may be this day, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Most High of hosts, the Lord of hosts, the Elohim, that it shall leave them neither root or branch. But unto you that fear my name, the Son of Righteousness, that's in the sky right now, arise with healing in its wings, healing in its rays, its solar flares, that's trying to reach the earth as we speak right now. And ye shall go forth and grow as calves of the stall. What did Mother Bethia say? She said that vitamin D, right? Imagine if we didn't have those chemtrails and all those things up there. We could be receiving so much more, right? We could be receiving so much more light, so much more information. You understand? Verse 3. And ye shall tread down the wicked. Dang. Maybe that's why they got them chemtrails. Because if that light from the sun and those rays from the sun and this truth that we got is all blending together, we're going to probably know who our enemies are. And they don't want that. But it reads, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. All praises to the Most High. So he's putting it on them, family. He's putting the heat on them, right? We embrace it, they flock. They stay in the house, we go outside, right? Now, I know it's really, really hot in like Houston and Texas and Atlanta maybe, but at the same time, you drink a gallon of water, you're good. You got to remember your melanin is a superconductor. You know, it supercharges you, right? But I don't want to go too deep in that because I can go real deep, and I don't know if that's going to be permitted. But let's do one more thing here. Chemtrails. Why are they blocking out the sun? Did they know this scripture was going to heal us? Is there a reason why we're in concrete jungles? Do they not want us by nature, in water, by the swamp? You know, in the Civil War, when those Confederates would go in the swamp, we was undefeated. They would be gone, vanished, done. I don't know what our ancestors was on, but they was in tune. And cats that came up in there that was pale, they came up missing. You understand? Very real thing, man. Our history is very, very cool. You know, you got to dig into that. I can only give you little tidbits. You know, you got to get that from the Most High and have some persistency to kind of look up those key words, but you could look up like swamp, civil war, swamp, and try to figure that out. Gullah Geechee. There's a reason why these white folks didn't mess with Gullah Geechees that were in the South Carolina region, right? Because once we get in tune, family, because everything's created from the Most High, and we have dominion over everything. So once we get in tune, it's a whole nother level, man. We take this thing to a whole nother level. And that's why the Bible is so fantastic, because yes, it's allegorical, right? But it's also very scientific. It's very scientific, right? So that's another level of the Bible that we have to break through. And our people were doing some of those things, right? So let's go into some more things. Just some screenshots so y'all don't think I'm joshing. Just some screenshots. So what is this? 40 million Americans across 10 states under heat alerts. Man, the heat, man, it's climate change, baby. It's going down today. It's going down this whole summer, man. When you perpetuate wickedness all over the earth and all of this LGBTQ stuff, don't put some respect on that son's name. Put some respect on that son's name. It's blasting y'all right now. You putting the heat on these children. You putting the heat on our parents. Forcing our children to do all these things, the cross dress. Guess what the son's going to force you to do? Stay your behind inside or get some type of skin cancer. What goes around comes around, and the Most High is not going to play. This is just a taste of the nuclear warfare that's about to come. If you think it's hot right now, this climate is going to change a little bit more when every nation presses that red button, if you know what I'm talking about. What else we got? What else we got here? Stop the screen here. I'll put the sister on real quick because she looks nice. Right? Put the little sister on there, a little coonette on here. Probably married to a so-called white man right here. Right? Got the little ring. Got her little dowry. But anyway, I ain't gonna hate. But record-shattering heat dangers. Dangers to who? It ain't a danger to me. I love this thing. Our people love this thing. What you talking about? The day after tomorrow, yesterday about coming in. They're showing it for a reason. Yeah, they're trying to, they want to blame it on climate change, but they want money out of it. They want to tax people that supposedly is causing climate change so they can get more money. But you don't got a monopoly on the sun, Esau. You don't got a monopoly on the sun. You might be able to change the weather a little bit here and there, but you have no control of how hot that sun is. You really don't. That's God's creation. That's the Most High's creation. You don't got no monopoly on that, and it's blasting y'all. And it's going to continue to blast y'all, just like y'all blasting, these evil doctrines, these pedophile doctrines on our children, right? You anti-reparationists out there is blasting all of y'all. I hope y'all get it to heart. If you don't think that we are going to get any reparations, now we're going to get reparations, but it's not going to be the kind that you think. It's not going to be physical money. But they are talking about it. And that's a part of this climate change too, because our people aren't really letting go of that. They got before I do that, let's get another one. I wish I tried to go there. I know it. I absolutely know it. The sun. Yeah, that's something that they can't control. They can't control that. That thing is commanded by the Most High to shine down on us. Just like you read a Malachi for aluminum. So, and you know what? When you talk about chemtrails and aluminum, what happens when you get aluminum in the air? What happens when you put aluminum over something and you put heat to it? Doesn't the thing underneath the aluminum, doesn't it bake? All right, doesn't it bake? All right, so they shall burn as in an oven, right? So aren't these heathen trying to hold on? What's this? Chemtrails, right? What are they spraying? The one chemtrail that is being sprayed the most is aluminum. Y'all be thinking I'll be talking out my behind, but I'll be on one. Right. PR Newswire, aluminum dust. The author discovered the unprecedented levels of aluminum. Primary components in chemtrails. Man. So they kind of baking themselves on purpose. They don't want us to see the sun. They don't want us to see the prophecies as far as the heavens go. Y'all get to bake. Y'all get to bake because of that. Anyways, climate change, right? It's not just about climate, right? I like a good title, so I thought it was a good title. But the climate in so-called Israel with the Israelis, what's going on there? What's going on there? What is that? They have the number for the X in the sky, and yeah, they do. I've been seeing a lot of that UFO stuff happen. I don't really pay attention to that. It's just, things are changing, and they're going to get worse too, as well. So that's another reason why I named it climate change. Because the temperature in the room is changing. Our people's not moving off of reparations. We're kind of waking up all over the world, right? And your favorite, he's anti-Semitic. That person, the small hats, the European Jews that think that they're us, right? They're going through some things. That climate is changing as well. So we're going to break some things down today. Very nicely, very kindly, right? But I do want to say, if they're the people of the book, shouldn't there be peace on earth? Shouldn't there be no wars? Do non-Jewish white people know that? When you claim that you're a Jew and you have gotten the land of Israel back, do they know what follows after that? Or do they know it's all BS too? So we're going to cut into some of this tonight. So we're going to get Jeremiah 46. And 27. And I'll share my screen tonight. Just give me a sec. Yeah, man, because it's something, man. We gotta call them out, because you're not, after tonight's class, you're not like these so-called Jews, man, that are European, that are so-called Amalekites. You're not going to be able, listen, The Most High is doing this for a reason. Okay? You can only say that this person and that person is anti-Semitic. You can only say that for so long until we know what you got going on in your own country. Because you're not a holier than thou people. And you act like you are. But you got blood on your hands. And we're going to expose all of that tonight. You know, so that climate is changing. The climate of how the world views you is changing. And you need to understand that. Your lie can only exist for so long because you do not act like it. You do not act like it, and the prophecies don't act like it, and that God, oh my God, that Talmud that you got, that demonic Babylonian Talmud that you got is not going to save you. We know what you was trying to do there. But that's white supremacy, man. Let's see the Bible. We can write a better one. Enter in the Babylonian Talmud. Stop playing with me, man. Those are not the people. And we're going to show that. So let's get this. Jeremiah 46 and 27. Fear not thou, O my servant Jacob. Be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, right? And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. Okay? So Jacob, when he returns to the land, when Israel returns to the land, since we're not really the Israelites, they're going to return at the land, and they're going to be at ease. They're going to be at ease. They're going to be at ease, right? That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening right now, right? That's exactly not what's happening. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this real quick. Let me get this. Is this at ease? Is this at ease? Hold on. Let me show you something. This is Israel a couple days ago. Shout out to Chief Priest Aban Ariyah. So this is a protest in Israel. Is this at ease? Is Israel at ease? Running over people, car on fire, protests in Israel? Is that at ease? Are these people at ease? Or are they in a civil war? Is the climate changing? Maybe this guy, maybe the third guy that got ran over, he definitely changed. He's gonna have to go in a wheelchair. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild out here. It is definitely wild out here. Let's just go through the videos real quick. Let's go through the videos that I got. Let's go through the video. Present. So, when they call you anti-Shemitic and they act holier than thou, the small hats, the Israelis, the people that say they are Jews and are not, Revelations 2 and 9, when they say that, you got to come back with this because they don't know what's going on in their home country. Okay? Now, the loss of life is terrible. in any nation, right? But when you think and you exalt yourself as holier than thou, and you talking about you're offending me, I want to talk about reparations. Oh, you're anti-Semitic. I want to talk about you promoting the worst of my community and giving them record deals so you could influence and destroy our young Black Americans, so-called. Oh, you're anti-Semitic for that. Well, you know, Shem was a lot of people. Even the so-called Palestinians are Shem. What's anti-Shem? Check this out.
Israeli forces fatally shot a 14-year-old Palestinian boy in the head during an overnight raid in the city of Kakilia in the occupied West Bank. Witnesses said Israeli soldiers responded with live rounds after Palestinian youth threw rocks at them. Faris Abu Samra is at least the 37th Palestinian child killed by Israeli forces. So,
the 37th child killed by the people calling you anti-Semitic for trying to share a link to Hebrews to Negroes. Kanye West say he's black. Say he's Israel. Say he's a Jew. Nick Cannon. All these celebrities, right, that we see, and they shame us, and they shame us, and they make us less than human. And meanwhile, they're over here killing Faris Abu Samra. And he's not the only 14-year-old they shot. These people are they're the new Nazis. They are the new Nazis. Okay? And their Jews are the Palestinians. And some of those Palestinians are still our people too. They have black Palestinians that have traces back to 70 AD when we all fled from the Roman Empire, right? But these people that's in Palestine that may be our people, they had stayed and they're oppressed. It's basically regentrification, but with guns. Can you imagine white folks in Harlem with guns shooting at you and your child to get the heck up out of there so they could take over your apartment complexes and your condos and your houses? That's what's going on there. So before people tell you and shame you and call you names for being a Jew, you have to call them out too. And you have to reference it with scripture. Because Israel's supposed to be at ease. At ease. What does that mean for a soldier to be at ease? Soldier, at ease. That means he's supposed to be calm. He's supposed to stay in his square. He's supposed to have his gun down, safety on. He's supposed to be at ease. He's supposed to be peaceful and peaceable. I don't even know that word. No, he's supposed to be peaceful. There's not supposed to be conflict when you're at ease. You're supposed to be relaxed. You're not supposed to be shooting 14-year-old boys in the head. And that's not the only one. But you can look at democracy now, and they usually lead with Israel killing Palestinians. You can go through this whole month, and they usually lead with Israelis, so-called Amalek, so-called Israelis, which is the grandson of Esau, which are not the real Jews. They're over here killing children, bombing children. Even the citizens, they're one of the most racist countries on the face of the earth. And they have the nerve to say to you, for reclaiming your identity, that you're anti. No, Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. I won't play this other one. Hold on 1 second, family. I'll be right back. It's like it. Yeah, stand down, stand down. Ooh, snap. What is going on here? Where's General Lashar, brother? He's here. He's probably gonna watch. He's gonna watch your comment that you just put where he is. But where are you? Yahushua is asking where you're at, right? Because that's the problem with our people too. You know, we like to worship other people instead of worshiping the Creator. You know, so you know, you just got to get that right, brother, and do the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. You know, because you can't cheerlead people because you're going to get judged. You know, General Ashar is going to get judged separately from you. So is I. So we're all going to be in the same line, but we all going to take our turn. You feel me? And there's not going to be anybody there holding your hand. So you're going to have to get those vices together, get your family in order, right? And you're going to have to start, you know, coming into the fold, right? So, you know, and it's no disrespect. I just, you know, we don't want to, because we have an idolatry problem right now in America. What is going on? Hold on 1 second, y'all. What is going on? Oh man, they must have messed me up. Amalek must have messed me up. Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna use my they trying to come at me. Stop and pay attention. That's right. That's right. That's right. At ease is a command to stop and pay attention. You still keep your weapon at hand, but not aiming at anyone. But they're over here and they aiming. And they aiming at children. What happened to Anne Frank? What happened to Anne Frank, right? The little Jewish white girl with the blonde hair in the attic. Right? Y'all want to talk about Anne Frank, but you killing 37 plus more Anne Franks. So we listen, man, the world gonna find out what y'all doing, and it's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nice. Because there's only so long that the ADL can just call out these people, can call out our people for being racist and some anti-Semitic, because your people on video are doing the worst. Y'all are like the Nazis. Y'all are the Ashkenazis. And you're expressing that everything that's got done to you in Germany, you're doing to the Palestinians right now. Okay? So much so that some of them are calling on us to come back home. Ain't that a beat? Ain't that a beat? Dang, I'm like way over. I'm betting right now. Hold on. Let's get let me try my little thing here. Oh, okay, I guess got it on there now. Okay, cool. And my mouse went haywire. Yeah, but that's it though. At ease is a command to stand down. You understand? And they're not standing down. And they're supposed to be in the land. And so that's another reason why they're not the people. That's another reason why. Let's go to another one. Let's get the book of Isaiah 11 and 12. The book of Isaiah 11 and 12. I'll share it too as well. Okay. Because, Israel's not just coming from Europe and those that claim they're coming from Spain. Israel's not coming from Europe and Spain, okay? Primarily, right? No, that's not true. They lying, and they know they lying. This is Isaiah 11 and 12. And he shall shut up and sign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. From Germany only, from the four corners of the earth, from Germany and Russia, from the four corners of the earth. Okay? We're not just in Germany and Russia. We're all over the place. Some of us are still in Palestine, in the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip that they're bombing. So that's another slight. But that's just white supremacy. That's just white supremacy. Well, we're coming from Germany and that's it. No, that's not true. We coming from all over the place, and we don't even look like you. Judah is black. David is black. Solomon's black. You understand? So let's get this too. So let's get Isaiah, all right? Isaiah 2. Let's see if the prophecy is matching up, right? So let's go to Isaiah 2. So Isaiah 2, verse 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountains of the Most High's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow onto it. Right? Is Iran flowing on to Israel right now? Are the Muslims converting to Judaism? Just some examples, right? So we gotta call them out on this stuff. You're in the land, you're the chosen people. Why do you have beef with the Palestinians and the Iranians? Why does Iran want to blow you out the water with a nuclear weapon? Right? Shouldn't they be flowing onto you? Shouldn't they be flowing onto you? Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Most High, to the house of God, of Jacob, the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Most High from Jerusalem. Is that happening right now? No, it's not. Is Israel pushing that? No, they're not. They're pushing pedophilia. They're pushing homosexuality and lesbianism, because they're funding these people. The LGBTQ plus, the alphabet people, they wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for the money and the financing and the backing of the so-called Jewish people. Okay? And that's just, if you want receipts, I could dig them out on the next class. But that's just what's going on. Okay? They even have pride parades in Israel too. So these are not the people. They're imposters. They're at war, and it's not looking good for them. It's a climate change. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift his sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. When you're an Israeli, you have to do mandatory 1 year service in the military. You got to do a mandatory 1 year service in the military. You can look on YouTube and look up Israeli women military, and they're still at it, right? They're still men and woman have to serve. And they're still doing that. It says here that they shouldn't learn anymore. They shouldn't learn war anymore. So someone's lying. Someone is absolutely lying. Why is there violence against the Palestinians? Why are you shooting rockets? Why are you getting funding from America to back you? Why? We should be at peace. We should be at peace. We should be at peace, family. If they're the real people, we should be at peace right now. You shouldn't be able to see the car driving through the crowd in Israel right now. You shouldn't be able to hear about a civil war brewing, about protests brewing. You shouldn't be able to see LGBTQ and all that nonsense brewing. You shouldn't be able to see Iran talking about bombing them and going to war with them. Everybody should be at peace. Shouldn't be able to see even military at all right now. I know we're warrior priests and everything, but this is just all-out war that they're doing right now. And that's not supposed to be the case. We're supposed to subdue the nations and whip them up into shape. They're supposed to be like, oh, I quit. Oh, I don't want to do the commandments. Oh, okay, I will. Okay, stop beating me. Okay, I'll pick this cotton. I'll pick it. I'll build Jerusalem up. I will. They're supposed to be doing that. You know, says that we're supposed to whoop the nations with an iron rod. You know what I'm saying? There'll be some resistance. So we got to beat them into shape, but not all out war. Not all out war. So these are not the people. Next evidence of that. Okay? Let's get Isaiah 61. 61 and 9. So, like, I'm not looking at the chat. Shalom, anybody that joins, I'll give honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, for giving us all on. Hope you all is staying cool out there. You understand? And thank you for joining at this time. We're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 61 and 9. So it reads, Isaiah 61 and 9, and their seed shall be known. Whose seed? The seed of Jacob, us, the so-called black man, black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman of Negroid and Indian descent. Their seed shall be known among the Gentiles. Gentiles meaning non-Hebrew people, right? the other nations, the other people, and their offspring, even among the people, and all that see them shall acknowledge them and say that they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed. Do white people in America that are non-Jewish, do they really recognize them as the blessed people? Because I see more people on the TikToks, on the YouTubes, on camp videos, on this videos in real life that say, wait, these black people, they got to be the real ones, right? And let's take a deep look at that word blessed, right? Blessed, blessed, blessed. Let's go. Hold on. Let's see if I got it later on. Yeah, we're going to skip. We're going to skip. Because we're going to get that word blessed. We're going to go actually to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28. So if Israel's going to be blessed, right? We're going to skip so many. Listen, man. Verse 7, for example. The Most High. Hold on. Let's hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Let's view the chapter. Let's get this context. The first one. Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently to the voice of Yahweh thy power, the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, the Lord thy God, Yahweh thy power, will set thee high above all nations on the earth. Now, the so-called Jew that says he's a Jew, he is high. But we got to dig a little bit deeper, though. You got to dig a little bit deeper. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if y'all hearken unto the voice of Yahweh your power, right? The Lord thy God. So let's get into some of these and let's see what's not adding up. So particularly verse 8. I want to go to verse 8, right? Because this is a really particular case study right now. So Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 8 says, the Most High shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all thou settest thy hand onto, and he shall bless thee in the land which Yahweh thy power hath given thee, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. Who's in charge of finances? Those people, the small hats, the Ishes, the Jewishes, the European Jews, Amalek. He's in charge of the finances. Are banks not closing? Banks are closing. Rates are going up from the Fed. The power of the dollar is falling. We've talked about BRICS. How come there's a bipolar world now where you have two currencies that are competing against each other? How come Africa isn't accepting the US dollar? How come Russia isn't accepting the US dollar? Right? How come India isn't? How come China isn't? I thought you were supposed to be blessed. Banks shouldn't be closed if you're blessed. When we was in the south of Spain, the King John I, he let us, the Negro, the so-called Negro, we called ourselves Negro, by the way. The white man didn't do that. But that happened in Seville, in Granada, in the south of Spain, when we scattered. And King John I, he still let us handle his finances. And they were blessed because of that. But then the white supremacy starts. They start feeling themselves, enter the Spanish Inquisition, and then we get kicked out, right? And they maintain their riches. But America's supposed to be getting richer and richer and richer. The dollar is not supposed to be getting less powerful. Other nations is supposed to be embracing the dollar. You understand? If Jews own the movie theaters, European Jews, how come nobody's seen that new Indiana Jones? How come everything is streaming now? The movie theaters should be packed, right? Every industry that they touch should be prosperous, and it's not. It's going to crap. It's going to crap, man. It's going to crap. Let's get Joshua. One and 8. This is what they're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing, though, too. Joshua 1 and 8. The book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Thou mayest observe to do according all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Right? But as we've seen in their home state, that is not a good success. Protesting, you killing people is not good success. Banks closing, the money that you're in charge of losing power is not good success. Who are you? Who are you? You're Amalek, man. Genesis 36 and 10. He is Amalek. You know what's funny though? Because I was about to screenshot it. But I don't know. I should have screenshotted it because there was a comment and this European Jew was saying to a so-called black man who's the real Jew, he was saying, no, you're Amalek. You're Amalek. And I'm like, ooh-wee. I didn't comment on it, but I thought it was funny. It's like, so you know who Amalek is? Hold on. Okay. Well, how does that match up? When you own everything, you're not last in this country. You're first in this country. You get reparations every year. You get America's military support. The so-called Jew in the Bible was never going to get any type of support from Africa or any nation, especially in the land of his captivity. Woo. But let's be fair, they inherited lies, and they're suspected so-called white supremacists. So they're going to have a supreme or superior view and think that they're the stuff. And they're not. And, hopefully these crimes that's going on in Palestine get shed to light because they can't claim that anti-Semitic stuff anymore. Y'all got blood on y'all hands. Y'all got 37 children's blood on y'all hands. I don't care about a black celebrity that shares that he's a Jew. He's not killing children. You are in Israel when you're supposed to be the chosen people, when you're supposed to be having peace, when your soldiers should be at ease. Unbelievable, man. The audacity of them. The audacity. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. So now, context. Generations 36. Esau It's a so-called white man. We could break that down too. 'Cause I know that there's confusion about being ready. And David's ready, Esau's ready, everybody's black, blah, 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 blah. And there's a lot of confusion on that. Maybe we could say that for the next class. But the earth is given onto the hand of the wicked. And right now, the ones that are in power are pale-faced people, you know. And the only ones that I know that like going into the mountains is these people, the generations of Esau, who is Edom, and who was his grandson. Let's scroll down. So these are the generations of Esau. Verse 10, these are the names of Esau's son, Eliphaz, right? And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. So Amalek is a part of Esau. That's Esau's grandson. Okay? And what's going on with Amalek, though? Why are they trying to say that we're Amalek? We're Amalek. No, you're Amalek. Like there's a curse on him. Well, there is a curse on Amalek. There's a prophecy on Amalek. And we'll bring that out. And that's why they're trying to hide it. You can't fake it. Just say who you are, you know, live your best life and suffer the consequences for it, because you're not going to make it, man. Y'all is over here doing the most in our land, or at least part of our land, and you're not the people. Y'all is struggling. Y'all is over here straight struggling. 1 Samuel 15:2. So when we came out of Egypt, when our people came out of Egypt, this is what Amalek was doing, right? This is 1 Samuel 15:2. And thus saith the Most High, the Elohim of hosts, the Lord of hosts. I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. So that's one of our arch enemies, man. He's one of our arch enemies. And if you're somebody's enemy, man, one of the best ways to confuse him is to role switch and have him thinking that he's somebody that he's not, so you could kill him. Do you understand? If I know that you're Superman, but I convince you that you're Clark Kent, I'm going to put some kryptonite in your coffee. And when you drink it, I'm going to slay you. And there ain't going to be no more Superman. You understand? And that's what they're doing now. That's what they're doing now. But the Most High remembers. Remember, the Most High requires the past, and he knows everything. So he knows what they did once we came out of Egypt. We escaped Pharaoh, then all of a sudden they tried to ambush us. They tried to ambush us. They tried to prevent us. Don't they always prevent us? Who's preventing us from the truth the most? It's not really the so-called white man. It's the so-called Jewish man that's his grandson that's preventing us from this truth. That prevented Kyrie Irving, right, from continuing to play ball when he brought out hidden Hebrews to Negroes. That prevented Kanye from speaking truth to power. That prevents anybody from a prosperous life to get some coin in this society if they say that they're the true Jews. That's our enemy, man. and he prevents us from telling the good gospel that we're God's chosen people. And we're going through all these calamities for a reason. But the climate is changing and their evils are being broadcast. And that's the essence of this class. It's not just the sun, it's the people underneath it. And it's the perception of these people that are changing. And we have to watch it. We have to watch it closely. We have to watch it diligently. All right? Because they can't keep this big lie going. It takes so many people to keep that L up in the air, that big L that stands for lie. It takes so many. And one day that L is going to drop. It's going to drop all on their heads. And good riddance. Good riddance. Deuteronomy 25:17 states the same thing. But let's get what's really going on. What's really going on, man? Let's see here. What is their prophecy for real, for real? What is their prophecy for real, for real? Sorry, I ain't on the chat. Hey, Connor, what's going on, sister? Shalom. I see you. I see you out there. This is why they scared. This is why they scared, though. This is why they scared. Because remember, they tried to ambush us, right? And that was later on. But look at this right here. This is early, too. Early on. Numbers 24:20. And he looked, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable, and he said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Right? And it also says that Amalek is going to be in war after war, generation after generation. So while Amalek is there, the fake Jew is there in Israel, he's always going to be at war. He's always going to be killing these innocent Palestinian children. He's always going to kindle a fire under Iran to blow them off the face of the earth. He's always going to kindle up America and the army to go kill Gaddafi in Libya and all these other nefarious activities and coup, what do you call that? Overthrowing coups and having regime change and war for regime change. There's always going to be strange things and rumors of wars going on in Israel like there are today when he stays there. The scriptures say that the Gentiles are trodden down the land that Abraham purchased. And that's some of it. They ain't even get all of it. They only got a portion, and they messing it up. Blood is on the street everywhere. That's not the chosen people, man. Especially when they settle in their land. That's not how the story goes. That's not how the story goes. Okay? Let's see here. Yeah, that's not how the story goes, family. I wanted to bring out some with Emmett Till, but that kind of, I'll bring that out. I'll share that with the second class that I'll do. But with that, the class is going to end. I just want to say the water for everybody that joined in tonight. Hope you all had a good time. And I'll see you back on the next one. We'll get into Emmett Till. We'll get into what this little Joe Biden did. We'll dig into more history and mix it up with the scriptures. And then anything else that the Most High has me expound upon during the week, I'll bring that out too. but we'll start off strong with Emmett Till. We'll hit him with Obadiah and Zechariah. And, set this earth on fire. That rhymed a little bit. I had to say that. But, hey, man, shalom, everybody. I'll see you back on the next one. Next Friday night Shabbat class. We on at 8:15. I'll play a little bit of music, play a little bit of vibes, so y'all can, get in the flow, and then we'll start the show. But, hey, y'all have a wonderful Friday night evening, wonderful Shabbat. I pray for all of y'all to have good health. I pray that the Most High wakes us up tomorrow, healthy and strong. To all my soldiers and my officers and my chief priests, man, going out there doing battle. You understand? Have a good camp tomorrow. And we will see y'all on the next one. Let's go through the comments. Go through the little comments. Yeah, my girl Kana. Hey, sister. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Ayan the bar, man. It's always a pleasure, Wonder Woman. Shalom, sister. Shalom, Jamie. Thawada. I do it the best of my ability. But anyway, with that, ladies, gentlemen, Israel, I'll see you back on the next one. Shalom.